Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon. We've got more Cyclops killing to take care of.
My skills are absolute.
Who will prevail? Does it matter? Repent!
Unworthy.
Let's get some undead in here to as a buffer.
Taste my fury.
Repent!
Serves you right.
I'll go and drop a slow on these guys. That'll help a lot. They are really nasty enemies. I really wish I had that that +4 hammer the first time I played through this dungeon.
How curious.
Would have been nearly as bad. I forgot what this does. What it's for. What is that for? It might be for the athletics check later. I don't. Forgot if it's advised not to do that or not. Where does this take me? This base relief depicts a cataclysm, cracking earth, crumbling houses, and the dead and dying, their hands desperately reaching towards the sky. Okay.
Applause, please.
Tower shield +2. Forsaken Edge. It's an S-Stock, okay. Whenever anyone takes this S-Stock into their hands, strange whispers immediately flood their head, speaking things in languages long forgotten, strangely pleasant to hear. +2 Unholy S-Stock. Is this the room that had a thing in it? No, I think this is the room. Darn it, one of the rooms in Vordakai's tomb has a, one of these urns or jars, whatever they are. And you can't quite click on it, it's like hidden in the corner. Like there's 1 pixel or something you can click on it. I'm sure they fixed it by this point. So what does this do? Should I sprinkle it with blood? Probably not, but there you go. Right, back up to snuff. The stone altar is covered with dried black blood and soot. Alright, so up ahead is where the names matter.
Brace yourself. The throne room is near. Are you ready to meet great Vordakai? Are you ready to accept the gift of serving my master?
Here's the real question. Is he ready to die? That's what awaits him at my hands.
My master awaits. But before you enter his presence, Vordakai has no use for the weak, nor any who beg for mercy. But he sees value in using such souls as heralds for his coming. The question is, who is weakest among you? Who should be sent away, disregarded? Pick the weakest among you to fly from here in fear and serve Vordakai in their flight. The great Vordakai will let them keep their lives, but makes no promises after this.
I'm still gonna pick Kaisi here. The raven makes no response. It appears at you a moment, then calls loudly and takes flight into the darkness. This goes right up here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe it's not here yet. Alright, let's sprinkle this with blood too. Did I take constitution damage? I did. Now it's fixed. Alright.
Anything else?
So I don't remember which way we're supposed to go. I think this is the way we're supposed to go. So let's quick save. Only it matters. We can just circle back after we finish one area. Here it is, the Astra demon. Let's quick save. Because he can be a pretty nasty enemy. Might be a good idea to go and drop a... Let's talk to him. A figure lies shrouded in darkness in the center of the room. The stench of decay emanates from it in waves, enough to make your breath catch in your throat. As you choke back the urge to vomit, the figure turns to reveal a misshapen skull with blazing eyes. Who comes? Canera shivers and turns away, hiding a sudden pallor. Demons. I hate those creatures, along with everything else that crawls out of Abaddon. Tell me who you are first. A servant of death, a keeper of darkness, and all its victims. Answer my question lest you join them. I came to purge this place of evil. Trespasser, and soon, victim.
You deserved it.
Now, I don't know if this is going to work on him. It might. Should probably get a prayer off first. Is that in range? Yeah. Is Good Hope still on? It is, okay. Let's actually focus on this.
Any last wishes?
Alright, now it's being held. Easy peasy. Yeah, by the way, Smite is very good against these guys. Missing a lot of hits. Wait, is he spell magic on this guy. There we go. As soon as we do that, he drops like a bag of potatoes. There we go. Not even rocks. He's not worth rocks. Resistance +3. Some other mediocre loot. Who needs a cloak of resistance +3? I have a 4. I keep forgetting about this. I need to give her an amulet of natural armor. We'll get around to it.
I'm off.
Everywhere I go,
Probably.
Paul
Something
hangs
bothered
over everything. Though people say it was better before I arrived.
Magritio Turinos. Magritio Turinos.
My search was not in vain.
Applause, please.
Slay living and inflict moderate wounds. Hi, Barbarian, what's up? Who are you? The man's voice is hoarse, almost a croak. You can barely make out his gaunt features beneath the tangle of hair and filth covering his face. His wrists are chained, and he looks half-starved, barely able to raise his head. Yet he does so, defiantly. I can see you're neither dead nor demon. Release us. Who are you, and what are you doing here? We came from far Numeria, Dugoth's group. Have you heard of him? We were scouting the foothills, found a strange gate, then blackness took us. When we woke, we were here, shackled. What did you see while imprisoned here? Beasts with a single eye, dead half-giants, and dead a long time from the look of them. They used to come and take one of us to who knows what hell. There were many more of us just several days ago. He pauses, then frowns, his eyes wild. Hold on, how long have we been here? Did I complain about the undead being stupid? I changed my mind. Bring back the brainless zombies and skeletons. This is Vordakai's tomb. Have you seen him? Once, he frowns. Once one of the beasts came here, a cyclops, but not like the others. Thinner, with clothes like a king, but half eaten through and almost no more than shreds. He ordered us to tell him who we were and where we were from. I wanted to curse him, spit on him, kill the foul thing twice if I could, but... The man swallows as though choking back his shame. Then I started spilling everything I knew, all I knew of Numeria and Dugoth, everything. The man snarls, baring his teeth. Beware that one. He can twist your will with a word. Alright, well the demon's dead. You're free. Free. Free at last. I wonder if they would help me fight the demon if I came down here and released them first. Alright, then through the other door. See, I thought I remembered that correctly.
I'm there. That was
What a
easy.
surprise.
I see something.
That's right, I remember this darn room.
Applause, please.
Just a ton of traps. A bunch of free experience, too.
Anything else? Would you look at that? Applause, please. Applause, please. Anything else? Applause, please. Applause, please.
I don't like surprises.
Anything else? Applause, please. I see something.
And imagine if I came here without Lindsay. Like I almost did.
Please. Anything else? Applause, please. Applause, please.
So that's a something.
My search was not in vain.
Anything else?
A raised dead scroll. That's always nice. Again, if your companion stays in the area. Which Lindsay doesn't, which is the biggest... Ugh, I hate that. Wand of Vampiric Touch. That'd be worth giving to Harem. Too many wands, holy crap. Actually, it's probably not going to be useful here because it's going to just heal the... enemies that we're fighting. I'll probably get rid of some of these. I'll give you Burning Arc and Fireball. Because fire is kind of his thing. Let's quick save for this Knowledge Arcana check.
Applause, please.
This base relief depicts an ancient execution. A priest, a cyclops, is bending over a victim's body with what looks like a jar, an ominous relic which can trap the creature's soul. It's like a jargon from Dragon Quest. Is it their soul that they capture, or is it like their... Was it Dragon Quest 11 was, no.
Your life ebb to the dust you will go.
You forced my hand.
I'm actually going to send him up here. We're going to go ahead and put up... Where's it at?
I'll try to make this swift.
Alright, Chains of Light worked. Perfect. Let's flame strike. Probably that guy back there. Only sleep works on these guys. Hideous laughter might. Hopefully he has a bunch of chains of lights as well. Perfect.
Strike my masterpiece!
Speak. Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu.
Applause, please.
Okay, I remember this fight gave me a lot of trouble the first time through, but I was a little better prepared for it this time.
How curious.
I think there's a secret back here. I know there's several traps right here.
Anything else?
Yeah, I remember this area.
I see
I'm pretty sure
something.
there's a secret door right here.
Applause, please.
Yep.
Applause, please. Anything else?
Alright, some more knowledge checks.
Applause, please.
Let's see, on this base relief, the Horseman of Death, surrounded by kneeling figures, raises a sphere of light in his hand, triumphant. The inscription reads, Vordakai is blessed, the gift of Chiron, it's Chiron, not Sharon, the Oculus of Abaddon. Which I knew that in Greek mythology it was Chiron.
Applause, please.
Space relief depicts the four horsemen of Apocalypse, powerful archdemons who bring pain and ruin.
Anything else?
There we go, Hand of Damnation. Is this the +4 one? No, +2. Let's see, there are chips and flaws on the blade of this scythe, but it's still razor sharp. If you scroll hit with this weapon, you emit a wave of negative energy that deals 4 to 6 damage to everyone around you. Creatures that take damage from negative energy receive a will save, difficulty check 15 to have the damage. It's not good for where we're currently at. I want her to have it, but in this dungeon is no good. Because again, we're fighting a bunch of undead, and negative energy heals undead. Alright, Tristian scans the chamber, his eyes wary. This is a dark place. Why do you say this? These carvings on the walls, they are a chronicle of rituals. They depict the worship of the most depraved of creatures, the demonic four horsemen of Apocalypse. Their followers serve the will of their masters, death and destruction. Every disaster, every misfortune serves the horsemen. Suffering and pain are what they treasure above all else. They see life as a harvest, and even knowing their nature, there are those who embrace horrific acts to gain the horseman's favor. Yeah, evil's voice can be strong, fearful, sometimes seductive in its corruption, but we must face it, no matter its voice, and stand against it. Tristian nods slightly frowning. You're right. There are times when we're doing the right thing, it is beyond our power. He sighs, then casts a dark glance at the chamber. We should leave this place.
In due time.
Is this not a thing? Can I not inspect it? I thought there was a piece of that cloak of souls or whatever. What's this for?
Applause, please.
The eye in the center of this base relief seems to be staring at you. It has no pupil. Instead, there is a slight indentation, an honoring place for a magic artifact. Ugh, I hate this part. But it works out this time. Full plate +2. Sorry, we'll grab all this stuff when we leave.
If you dare.
Alright, hey, there's only one of them. We outsmarted it. Soul Eaters. No, please. Not them again. So it should only be my main character that gets attacked. Don Victus, the darkness calls to you.
I am prepared to make my
This will hurt!
So I think they can only attack my main character. I'm gonna go ahead and hasten him. Any other buffs I can put on him? Just to make his job a little easier. Wait, didn't succeed in his will save. Alright, then more spawn. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and drop some skeletons back here. I'm actually gonna have Hair running. Get that one. Run away, Tristan.
So it's come to this.
Uh-oh.
Repent!
There you go. Nothing to it. So normally it's up to, I think, up to 3 Soul Eaters that will spawn, and if you don't give a name back here, wherever it's at, back where you could sprinkle your blood, Tristian actually is like, hey, my name's Tristian, I'm not afraid.
Right here,
And then
my
Tristian
friend.
has to duel one of those guys, because the only person that can target the Soul Eater is the person whose name it knows and who it's selected to attack.
I'm there.
You should take a look.
Applause, please.
It's a miserable event if you don't know that, because Tristian is not good at fighting 1v1.
I do what I must.
It's not his forte. Oops, give me that.
I'm off.
Alright, and to the next floor. We'll go ahead and collect everything. We'll drop the armor and stuff off at the entrance. Oh, I remember this area. Ugh. Let's go ahead and drop all of these, because I don't want to be heavy. So I might as well drop all the junk that I have. I could go and rest and use up some rations. That would alleviate some of the weight. So let's go and do that. Oh, there are enemies nearby. Gross. We're still heavy. I don't want to be heavy. Alright, let's just drop this stuff as well. We can always pick it up on the way when we leave the area. So I don't want to be heavily encumbered. That just doesn't do anyone any favors. Alright, a zombie lord. We've dealt with zombies before.
draws near.
You cannot stand against me.
You should have run!
Wretched things.
Alright, Tristan, let's see if we can get change the light on this Cephal guy. Did he dimension door away? I didn't know he could do that. Interesting. There we go. Chains of light. Perfect. Uh oh.
Become as dust.
He's gonna need help. He's gonna need the help of those skeletons real bad. Oh boy. Let's try and slow all the zombies here. There we go. That'll help them survive for just much longer.
Dawn flower. Grant me strength.
Protect me.
I see your light.
Oh no! Oh, okay. I can't do it without Lindsay. Shoot. I'm gonna need Lindsay for the rest of the dungeon. And we can't leave the dungeon. And you can't resurrect her. That's one of the reasons why I hate Lindsay. But she did earn her place in this party, so gosh darn it, Lindsay, why'd you have to do good that one time?
Anything is possible.
Something bothering you?
Alright, so he can shoot a fireball over here, which is ideal.
Right here, my friend.
Just letting the ink dry.
Share your
Still
will.
here.
State your desire.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Alright, here on out it should be pretty easy. I'm gonna get... I'm gonna cast Prayer real quick. Alright, we need to move them up here. And Chains of Light.
There are other ways to cast this spell.
Where's it at? There it is. Alright, here they come. Did he teleport away again? I don't see him. Oh, there he is, yeah. Oh, he's almost dead. Never mind. Alright, Cephal's down. So we have to get the rest of these zombies, and then we're in the clear. Nothing to it. So I do want to loot Cephal. That's intelligence +2. That's disappointing. That's armor +2. Rear protection +2. A couple of rations. Again, the rations were added after. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So a lot of people found this dungeon too hard because a lot of people didn't bring rations with them to this dungeon. I was one of those people. So they actually went back and added rations later. I don't think Suffle used to drop rations. It was later in the dungeon that they would drop. But, yeah, what does this do? Monk weapon. Touching the staff fills your ears with whispers of the dead, giving you some useful insight. As long as you don't let the anguish in their voices distract you. Souls trapped in this +2 quarterstaff grant the wielder +4 profane bonus to intelligence. Only a creature of evil line makes use of staff. Okay. I think we're gonna rest. Just because we can. Use up some of these rations.
Why do the short-lived like books so much? Can't you just speak with your peers about what interests you?
Well, we don't have hundreds of years to think about lofty matters under the shady trees, bickering with each other lazily. So I have to commit my thoughts to paper.
Alright, let's
Vengeance awaits us.
some of these buffs going.
What troubles you?
You have my attention.
I'm listening.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Is there anything I'm forgetting? Oh, death wards. Super important. Yeah, don't need it on Jathal, but we can put it on the other companions because there's an enemy in this dungeon that will use Touch of Death or Finger of Death
Command me.
and instantly kill one of your squishy companions if they don't succeed in their saving throw. So I think even if they succeed, they still take the damage. Sorry, Harem has freedom of movement, so he's not going to be bogged down by this sludge. Again, we can grab whatever we want once we leave this area. Alright, so that's the way forward. I think there's Cyclops right there as well.
I do what I must.
Alright, and I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one will continue further into Vordakai's tomb. It's probably going to be at least another episode, if not episode and a half more before we're done. It's a pretty big dungeon. I think it's the biggest, besides the last one, it's the biggest dungeon in the game. And the hardest. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.